8 real-life giants in the world. Andrei René Roussimoff. Better known by his ring name, Andre the Giant, Andrei was a French professional wrestler and actor. He was known for his great size and also for his role in The Princess Bride. His height was a result of gigantism caused by excess growth hormone. He drew the largest crowd for a wrestling match in 1987, when he wrestled Hulk Hogan at the Silver Dome, with 90,000 people in attendance. He had a height of 7 feet 4 inches and weighed 500 pounds. He was also called the 8th wonder of the world. He passed away in the year 1993. Brahim Tokullah. A Moroccan man, Brahim Tokullah, formerly held the Guinness World Record for largest feet. His shoe size is a European size 58. No shoe store in the world actually has such big shoes. Brahim once asked a cobbler to make him a pair of made-to-measure shoes, but he was told that it would cost him €3,500. Then Jerome Allegian, an orthopedic podiatrist, gave him a specially made pair of shoes that were specially designed to support his weight. He is also officially the second tallest living person on this planet. He has a height of 8 feet 1 inch. Brock Brown. A Michigan teenager, Brock Brown, was born with a rare genetic disorder called Sotos syndrome. He was once titled the tallest teen in the world. It was estimated that he would not make it past adolescence, but he survived. He is 7 feet 9 inches tall. He has a genetic disorder called cerebral gigantism. Brock's shoes and clothes had actually become a serious financial strain on the family as he needed everything custom-made. His bed is 8 feet long. When he was a teenager, he grew at 6 inches a year. He was 7 feet tall throughout secondary school. Robert Pershing Wadlow. Called the Giant of Illinois, Robert was once the tallest person in recorded history. With a height of 8 feet 11 inches, he was the tallest man who ever lived. He was born with an average height, but when he was a few months old, it was clear that he was far from usual. It was later discovered that he had hypertrophy of the pituitary gland. By the time he was 6, he was taller than both of his parents. During his last days, he needed special leg braces just to walk, and he had lost all sensation in his feet. He passed away when he was just 22 years old. John Carroll. Known as the Giant of South Buffalo, John Carroll was just over 8 feet. He was over 8 feet 7 inches when you considered his curved spine. Even he had a pituitary gland disorder. Despite his handicaps, he was known to be a wonderful and happy person. He worked as a park superintendent. He was nicknamed Big Red due to his height and red hair. He passed away in his late 30s. It is said that he should be remembered for the way he handled his challenging situation with dignity. Anton de Frankenpoint. He was the first person in recorded history to reach 8 feet. In the early 1600s, he worked as a personal guard of the Duke of Braunschweig. His skeleton was displayed at the Museum Anatomicum in Marburg in the year 1810. But the skeleton is not complete. One arm from the skeleton is missing, the shoulder blades are not connected, his feet are made of cork, and his breastbones are also missing. It's a little strange to keep a skeleton of a modern human, don't you think? Ella Ewing. A Missouri woman, Ella Ewing was considered the world's tallest woman of her era. She was 8 feet 4 inches tall. She often felt awkward when people started at her, but she decided to use her height to earn a living as a sideshow attraction. She was popularly known as the Missouri Giantess. As she was so tall, it took 24 yards of fabric to make her dress. She used whatever she earned to buy a small farm and a house custom made for her height. She passed away at the age of 40 after contracting tuberculosis. You might not know this, but the Ella Ewing Lake Conservation Area in Scotland County, Missouri, is named in her honor. Angus Moore MacAskill. This man is the tallest natural giant ever recorded in history. You might be thinking, what is a natural giant? Well, there was no known medical reason for his height. There was nothing odd, wrong or strange with him. He was just tall. As per the Guinness Book of World Records, he was also the strongest man who ever lived. Not just that. At 80 inches, he also had the largest chest circumference for any non-obese man. He was described as a handsome man with a gentle demeanor who had a deep, soothing voice.